And if we ask the stars what they mean, what would they say back to us? Welcome! You want to go on a card journey today? Give me some of your time, and I'll give you some of your story. Well, let's see what the cards say. Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to Koi Plays Tarot. My name is Koi. I'm going to be your tarot card reader for today. What we're looking at in this round of reading is going to be your one-to-one for the month of December. And your season is coming up soon, so hey, let it be representative. One-to-ones are a style of reading that I do where we examine a direct relational dynamic between person A and person B, point A and point B. What's going on here? What are the dynamics at play? So as a caveat to this style of reading, two major things. The first, they oftentimes get labeled as love readings, and I hesitate to call them that because they're not always lovely, right? We talk about everything at the table, good and bad. And so I don't want to give the misnomer that, hey, everything's going to be rainbows and sunshine. Sometimes it just ain't. So that's the first. The second, it doesn't always have to be about love, right? It could be about a friendship dynamic, family member, coworker, etc. Just whoever comes up as the most prevalent relational dynamic in this moment, that's probably what's going to come out. So as a preamble to the read, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, but don't always be so willing to reverse. At times, even when it gets difficult, understand I, as your tarot card reader, I'm not here to misguide you or, trying to lie to you. That's not what I do here. I'm just trying to have a conversation, this time through cards. Right? So follow along with me in your read today, Capricorn, your one-to-one for the month of December. And yeah, let's see what the cards say. You're going to be on this side over here, and your person, whoever shows up, is going to be on this side over here. Let's do this. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for Cap in this read. What are the cards that we need to see, please, for Capricorn in their one-to-one read today? Queen of Swords, facts are facts. We're not backing down from what is known, from what is established, of what we found out. On their end, the right investment. The power to do right. Okay, so we had two parties that is almost like mutual respect about where they stand, right? I don't sense any beef here. That's the first thing. The second, whoever is showing up on this end of your recap is trying to make a proper investment, whether that be long-term, short-term, basically doing everything by the book, or on your end, you say, hey, it is what it is. I've laid it all out. Here's what I know. Here's what I don't. But for what I do know, I know it very well, right? So it's a stance you're not really backing down from. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Swords is oftentimes unintentionally hostile in that way. It's not because it's meant to be bad. It's just like, dang, it has to be intentionally devoid of emotion because we're trying to get things done, right? And if we have to get things done, we gotta call a spade a spade. So that's just in your opening. As we move forward, examine the one-to-ones for Capricorn. The fronts and backs for the one-to-one read. Here with the fronts and backs, now that we have two individual parties, you over here, them over here, imagine they're facing and talking to each other, right? So the fronts are going to be what's directly interchanged and communicated, what's directly exchanged, and in the backs or the behinds, what's kind of left out, what's left in the unsaid. Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for capping this read. Define the fronts and backs for the one-to-ones. Let's dive deeper. Nice cards, but I ain't hit the table, so I can't take them. But I get the intentionality there. So the cards that we need to see, please, for Capricorn in their read. Define the fronts and backs. Starting over here, King of Cups. Okay. The most emotionally mature and the most open you can ever be given what you know. Six of Pentacles, how to make a long-term investment. This is what it is, this is what it ain't, and this is how we get there. I know it sounds dry, but it's still coming from the best place that you can muster, Cap. I don't know if they see it, we'll see. On their end, okay, I can get with that. I totally can. Three of Pentacles, there's a workable dynamic here. Not only the fact that we are friends, we are good compatible, we are also good quote unquote business partners or whatever. Is very heavily leaning that direction right now between you and basically someone else that you have been in kind of a workable dynamic relationship with. Seven of Cups, the belief in possibility. Oh, okay. So if you're saying you know it all, and they're not even being sarcastic here, they're saying, well, let's go with what you know. That's Seven of Cups. They want to believe in multiple possibilities or whatever you're trying to put forth. And you're saying, I don't know everything, but what I do know it's a cold, hard fact. Here, this is the best I have to offer. Here, this is what we do every day to get there. Here, are you on board or are you not? You're almost trying to convince them in a way with this argument to say, hey, come on, let's work on this. Let's do this together. And on their end, I don't know if it's just because I'm getting the odd sense that they have a history with working with you, Cap, but regardless, it's not a problem. It's only a phone call, right? They're trying to see, okay, if this is the vision that you have, how can I be of best support to you, right? That hasn't left for me. That King of Pentacles now defining a three of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. Three of Pentacles is a workable, cooperative relationship. Oftentimes, both of, primarily cooperative work, cooperative labor, group projects, in the extent that things can be a group project, in an interpersonal dynamic, friendship. Here, I see both, and it's mainly because of that Seven of Cups. If they're so dead on about, okay, don't say less. You didn't need to ask twice. Seven of Cups, I believe in this vision. I also believe in many outcomes. I need you to be sure what you want as we move forward. I want to trust in you, Cap. That's very abundantly clear. Okay, so show positionalities within this read. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Clarity upon this 1-to-1 for Capricorn. What is each individual's positionality? Again, very nice cards, but I can't take them unless they hit the table. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. Where does each person's individual position rest in this read? Okay, that was bound to come up. Nine of Swords, the notion of anxiety and nightmares. On their end, Death, the card of Scorpio. But I don't take this in a negativistic stance, and I'll tell you why. Okay, this is why you're saying this is the best I got to offer right now. That King of Cups. Still trying to come from the best of your heart space. What you do know? Hey, we may be on a ticking clock here. Hey, I'm getting the heavy sense that there is a circumstance or influence that makes this dynamic between you and them incredibly strained, right? But it doesn't change where I stand, right? I could wish you in a different circumstance, and I don't think that you really had that kind of disposition, Capricorn. I'm more getting the feeling that here we are right now. Here's the here and now. It could be our budget's in a deficit. It could be, hey, one of us had a major life change recently. We can't ignore that, right? But what I do know for certain, if we're going to work on it, this is how it has to go. Your nightmares and anxieties are coming out, and that's why you're trying to get the best of yourself of what you can apply, right? It seems like such a ruthless, even cold, hard plan that you laid out, but it's coming from both a space of genuine investment, but also a realistic adaptation of your anxieties and fears. I'm not seeing it overtaking you right now, but it is a significant portion of why you say, I know what I know, and here's what I don't, right? And I think it has to do with that circumstance that can't really be controlled between you and this person. On their end, we drew Death, the card of Scorpio. Here, And I've seen too many signs already that this is an ongoing investment. Don't be afraid of death in tarot. Death has to go with the transformational cycles, because ultimately every new beginning comes for another beginning's end. That is where death comes in. Here, I see a transformation of, okay, they're almost putting a lot of faith, if not unyielding faith in you, Cap. They're saying, okay, well, I don't know, like one of us got a kid now. Hey, can we still work on this? This is what you got. Boom, here's what I can do. Right. In that way, or let's give another example. One of us is moving out of state, or we're just in a different dynamic that makes this collaborative project a lot harder to collaborate on. Because again, I'm still getting the sense that this is oriented around a business or a project, Capricorn. That's the first thing. Regardless, it still spells out the same exact message. Their unyielding faith in you is a sign of their own transformation. This is not bad in any capacity, because I have to trust in your vision. We're too good of friends. We're too good of business partners. I have to trust that you know what you're talking about. And that's why I'm giving you the reins on this. Tell me what to do. It's not a problem. It's only a phone call, right? That's a lot of trust to put in somebody. And so my biggest recommendation, even at this point of the read, don't just operate from the space of anxiety and fear. Otherwise, it's only going to muster more anxiety and fear. This is what you know. And you've laid it out all out on the table, probably in a blueprint or a script or a game plan. Cool, we got it. Now, let's put that into action. And the things we can't control, we can't control. But understand, whoever this person is, they got your back. Underneath it all, the Hermit, card of Virgo. This could have started around Virgo season, so let's rewind the clock back about late September, early October. This could have started around that season. Doesn't change exactly where we stand. But regardless, it still represents a notion of, I trust my wisdom. We can heal when we use the proper tools. And I think in this dynamic, Capricorn, whatever plan or whatever dynamic you have with this person, we can make it good. I'm not saying we're going to be the 1-2 punch again. I know that came up in one of your reads a while back. Also more of a business-oriented kind of read too, but I don't remember all the details. Again, I do so many reads for each sign every week. But it still represents the notion that, hey, we can still do good and right by each other. Let's make the magic happen. Right? We got this. We can trust in our own tools in our toolkit. So next, now that we have two individual parties facing each other on this board, show us the cards that we need to see, please. If this is 1-2-1, one looking towards the other, then what about 1-2-1? What is held in between? Show us the cards that we need to see, please, for capping this read. What is shared down the middle between them and their person in this read today? Ooh, caught that. If it just flew out, I would have had to take all of them. Show us the cards that we need to see, please. What is held down the middle for capping this read? Star, the card of Aquarius. Are you dealing with an Aquarius? I mean, potentially, but that's not the entire point. Otherwise, I'd be asking about the Scorpio over here. The notion of hope. And if the third party is an Aquarius, hey, look at them. Right? But the notion of hope, this is the goal, this is the dream that we had laid out. Let's not give up on that. And both of you are adamant, we ain't running from nothing. Thick as thieves, I like it. Down the middle of the sun, the happiest that we've ever been, but more than just being happy, being fulfilled. How can we do this as life changes for the both of us in a mutual capacity? Four of Wands, a relational dynamic. I mean, I wasn't getting loving vibes throughout this entire read. It was more of a business capacity. Could be, I want to hold off on that for a while. I think I know where this is going. 10 of Cups, the notion of harmony and synchronization. In what way? 2 of Wands, intentionality. How do we plan effectively moving forward? Again, even if we drew the 4 of Wands and 10 of Cups, I don't necessarily sense that here, Cap. And I'm not saying that you two are in a relationship. There would be too many additive factors I did not see in regards to, just the raw business aspect of, oh, I'm also a business partner with my own spouse. It wouldn't. There's some things that don't add up here, at least for me in regards to that. I have to look deeper. What I do see, however, one person probably, yeah, I'm gonna go on a limb here and say this. One person probably had an expansion of the family, either through marriage or by birth of a kid. The harmony of where you are with this person, because again, a relational dynamic is impacting that. But also, I'm reading that Four of Wands as, listen, we're locked in for life, right? I don't see that necessarily as you being in love with this person. I read that more as, hey, you are family to me. The harmony of where we are at right now, we were eventually going to get here in some way, shape, or form. We were going to get here eventually. And so the intentionality is, how do we show respect? How do we show mutual deference towards each other? How do we have faith in each other? Particularly with that star, how do we have faith and show it with the Two of Wands? We both want to be happy. We're best friends for life, or however you define this person. Now, put your faith in me. And that's where you stand. Even as you have all these anxieties and fears coming up about what you're trying to work on with them, put your faith in me. Here's what I can do. Here's what you can do. Let's keep the dream alive. Underneath it all, High Priestess, trusting our internal voice and our internal vision. I don't have to know everything. What I do know it by heart. Okay? Good. Because again, there's not really animosity across the board. Shows the cards that we need to see, please. Now, define the major arcana strewn across the table. We were forced to look towards Death, the card of Scorpio, within this read. That's showing up on Capricorn's person side. What is transforming vastly on their end, both from their viewpoint and their tangible? Show us the cards we need to see, please. Ace of Cups, emotional fulfillment. Oh, got it. So again, I don't read this as a love read, again, and you already saw the intro as to why. I more see this, Capricorn, as, no, I still believe in the dream too. Do you? That is what we're trying to, put forth. And with the transformation, this person adapting to whatever life circumstance, I think it has to do with this Four of Wands, just saying. Because I don't think that Four of Wands is with you in a tangible relationship way. I think that they're in a deeper commitment, which changed the dynamic of your workflow. That's what's going on right now. My cups have expanded. My plate has been, changed. It's been filled. There's been a fundamental shift in my life. So I don't want to give up on this dream with you, Cap. We just got to accept the fact that we evolve and we change. How do we keep that alive? So the star, Ace of Pentacles, we keep the hope alive. New opportunity awaits for those who seek it. To the Sun, Four of Wands. Such loving and welcoming energy. And I don't necessarily, again, I don't get the feeling that you two are in a intimate partner bond here, Cap. Now, if you are, good for you and this person. But that also raises a bunch of questions of a business with a spouse that I didn't necessarily see here. What I did see, however, is that one of you, I'm just getting more of the vibe that is this person over here, Cap, let's be totally honest. One of you is in a formed, deeper commitment. Could be a relationship, could be a family dynamic, could be marriage or a kid, but there's something that has changed fundamentally in their relational dynamic that's impacted your friendship and business workflow. And after you worked out the kinks and you had a one-to-one, heart-to-heart with each other, no, I got your back, you got mine. There's so much love here across the board, but love in the more familial, best friend kind of sense, not necessarily in the intimate partner romance kind of sense. Because again, I'm not getting that vibe. I am getting the vibe, however, that, hey, even while this is happening to and with me, we're still cool. And don't you ever doubt that. Resolution, real cards resolution upon this read. Boom. There we go. Chariot. Card of Cancer. We accept all aspects, the way and duality of all emotionality as we move forward. Can't stop the beat. We accept all parts of this journey and actually view it with excitement as we, drive full steam ahead. What else? Nice, but it didn't pop out of my hand. Show the cards that we need to see, please. It's resolution for Cap in their read. That's a break. Come on, show us resolution for Capricorn in this read today. What cards do we need to see? Cap in this read. Okay, take it. The Fool, the power of new beginnings. The next step to the next chapter of both of our lives. Underneath it all, the Seven of Cups. The possibility still exists. Opportunity waits for those who seek it. And so here's what I see in your read today, Cap. Let's do a little recap for your read. There's been a fundamental shift of a relational dynamic for one of you in this one-to-one. I don't think that you two are, in spite of getting the Four of Wands twice, I still get the idea that you two are best buds or best pals. I do not get the sense necessarily that you two are in a relationship with each other. That's the first. But second, with a relationship, a functional relationship change, I'm seeing that more on their end, Cap, is impacting your dynamic both as friends, but I'm getting the sense that your friend is also your business partner in some way, shape, or form. To that knowledge, you're working from what you do know, and what you don't. Here, what scares you is the variables that you can't control. And that's been abundantly made clear all throughout the read. But you're still trying to approach this with the best heart, with the most open mind, and saying, this is what I can give tangibly, and I'm going to give my best shot every single day. Here's what I know. Here's what I can do. On their end, they have deemed that the right investment is to trust you wholeheartedly. They're putting a lot of faith in you right now, Capricorn, because their emotional fulfillment has fundamentally changed because of whatever relational shift or dynamic or family or household dynamic that has changed in their own lives. But as they accept that, they're trusting your wisdom. They're trusting your ability to say, hey, we did it right before. Let's do it right now. And so keeping the hope alive, that new opportunities still await, and also keeping the intentionality of that dream intact, we find our happiness together. You have my back, I have yours, and that ain't gonna change. So, whereas we first operated from fear and anxiety, here now we're actually trying to accept the new dynamics of the journey. Let's start the next chapter, and let's start it well. Possibility awaits, but we have to be brave enough to talk it out and go seek it. That's how I've seen you read today, Capricorn. I hope this conversation helped. And they're putting their faith in you. Now, in spite of all the fears and anxieties and the things of the uncontrollable that may pop up to give you worry, if they have faith in you, I want you to have faith in yourself. Both of you got this. See you around, okay? Take care.